Hey y'all, part 11 from his partner to his prey. So as I stated, I find out I'm pregnant. Extremely upset because me and Tyler are not in the best of places by no means. We were actually on the brink of separating when we found out we was pregnant with the third one. So get back up to speed. The third one is in my belly. We know it's a girl. But because of the strain between me and Tyler, I did not develop a relationship with her until I found out she was a girl. That was the ultrasound where they showed me her hands and her arms and legs. And when I actually saw her, that's when I fell in love because I was so detached from the pregnancy. I was detached from the marriage. I was just done. I was numb and done. So we get to the point where Tyler gets deployed and he's having a hard time over there. He's having so hard of a time that he wants to come home early. Well, the military's not going to send him home early because he's having a hard time. No. It was my job to do something to make sure that he could get home early. So I talked to my doctor, let my doctor know that, hey, my husband's in the military, he's deployed. We trying to get him home early. The only way we can do that is if I'm on bed rest. Doctor said, cool, no problem, I got you. We're going to start a paper trail so that we can get you situated so when we put you on bed rest, there's, reason and why. Cool, no worries. A part of me was a little sad that I had to do this because I had just started back working. Now, majority of the marriage, I was not working because I was pregnant, giving birth, having kids. And so after the second baby, I was like, especially after I came home and he had did all that nice gesture stuff, I was like, okay, I need to do something to occupy my time. And then if you're going to be coming at me sideways about money and stuff, I need to be making my own. So I started a daycare, an in-home daycare. And that was when Tyler left. Now, mind you, I'm still pregnant doing this in-home daycare. But my business was doing great. And so that was the part that saddened me because I had to give up my business in order to get Tyler home. Because there was no way I could run a daycare if I'm on bed rest. So I was like, okay, well, I'll give this up, give up this extra income, give all of this up so that you can come home and be happy. I did that. The doctor put me on bed rest. We did everything we needed to do, and we got Tyler home early. Tyler was able to come home and be there for the birth of the third child. However, when Tyler got home, he was not the same person that he was when he left. He was extremely mean. He was very distant. He was like, I get that he had a hard time. And his hard time came home with him. And I was the person who felt the most of it. So, one day, we were talking. I was downstairs in my little office space. I'm looking up stuff and how to expedite labor. I'm trying to get this party going, okay? Because by this time, I'm trying to get this baby out. I'm done, all right? So I'm looking up different home remedies, things you can do to, expedite labor, going into labor, help trigger labor. So I got some black cohosh and stuff, and I'm taking little tinctures and stuff. And I got up, and for whatever reason, me and Tyler were arguing about something. So I went to the bottom of the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs, it goes straight up, and then it turns to go the rest of the way. Well, at the very, very top, the landing part, you can look over and see down to where I'm standing. I look up at Tyler, and my water breaks. He's not standing there at the moment. I'm looking in that direction, and, like I said, we're arguing. My water breaks. And I'm like, Tyler, my water just broke. He thinks I'm lying. He doesn't believe me. He questions everything that I say after that. It takes Tyler 15 minutes to bring me a towel, even though he could just look down and see that I was telling the truth. By the time he did look down and see, it still took him another 7 to 10 minutes. Like I said, it took a total of about 15 to 20 minutes to get me a towel when he was right up the stairs. And he could have literally threw a towel down. But no. So, finally get the towel, finally get myself, somewhat cleaned up enough to walk upstairs to really clean myself up. And he was like, you want to go to the hospital? Yeah, I think that's the next step here. Like, yeah, we need to do that. All right, well, get the kids ready. My nigga, huh? Like, what? So, I'm pregnant. My water broke. I'm technically in labor at this point. And you telling me to get the kids ready? Bruh, mind fucked, okay? I'm done checking the fuck out from here because I can't wrap my mind around what's happening in this moment. We went from arguing to my water breaking to you still being a jerk. Like, what the fuck, bro? So, I get the kids ready, get my bag, get down to the car. This is a 30-minute trip, and it takes us an hour and 15 minutes. Why? Because Tyler doesn't have any rush in him. He did not care to be expeditious in his movements. Tyler was moving like he was driving Miss Daisy. He didn't, baby. He could have cared more. Because I don't think there was a way he could have cared less. So, we get to the hospital. And they check me in. Once they check me in and admit me and everything, they get me in a room. They tell me that it looks like there's meconium in the fluid, in the amniotic fluid. So, for those who don't know, what that means is the baby had a bowel movement inside my womb, inside her amniotic sac. And if she breathes in that fluid, which most babies do when they're born, that could cause a lot of issues for her because she'd literally be inhaling waste into her lungs as her first breath. So they were concerned about, getting her out. My water had been broken for so long already. So I think it was like 7:30, something like that in the morning by this time. And they were like, okay, we're going to have to get you prepped for OR because you're not dilating fast enough. You're not progressing the way we need you to with your water already being broke. And then we're trying to prevent any further issues with the fact that you got meconium in your fluid. So we're going to prep you, get you an epidural, and we're going to have you set and ready to go to OR so that we can do a C-section and get your baby out and make sure that everything's okay. I guess baby girl says she wasn't feeling that idea because 8 something in the morning, she slid right on out. After them doctors left out, maybe about 20 minutes later, they had to come right back in because she was coming out. So she wasn't feeling that cutting on her mama again. So she came on out and she was born, and it was like Tyler was invisible. It was as if he wasn't even there. He never helped me. He never rubbed my back. He didn't care about my pain. And I was in excruciating pain with the third one during labor. Excruciating pain. So it was like I was there by myself. It was literally like he was the babysitter watching the other two kids. And then I had a friend come get the other two kids. So it was hard to be in that type of mental space as I'm giving birth. And right after I gave birth. So I was struggling a lot because me and Tyler were already not on the best of terms. So this was just adding fuel to the fire.